I got to tell you, Dr. Frank, we are blessed today to have a very special guest with us. Dr. Adriana Tirado from Mexico has just arrived, and I wonder if Aram's watching. There's Dr. Aram Gomez, his last name?
Yes, Gomez.
Yeah, Dr. Aram Gomez. He is down in Mexico, and Frank, I was introduced to him through the IFCO, and he couldn't make it, and here's why. You ready? He had a good excuse why he couldn't make it to the IFCO Global Summit.
Why is that, Liam?
His wife is pregnant.
Oh, my.
She just got pregnant, so they're celebrating that, and they sent Adriana to represent the office there. And Adriana is practicing right now in Mexico, in Mexico City, with Dr. Aram, both huge IFCO supporters. And I thought it would be interesting if we could get the Mexican perspective on chiropractic, because a lot of people don't know. I have people contact me all the time. Hey, what's chiropractic like in Mexico? What are the laws? Can people practice down there? Are there challenges? Are there problems that they're having down there? What is the educational system like? So there's a lot of questions that people have about Mexico, because it is becoming rapidly a superpower, economically. We want to know a little bit about Mexico. So Adriana, if you could maybe start off this interview and just tell us about who you are, why you got into chiropractic. Tell us a little bit about your personal story, if you would.
Okay, thank you. I grew up in Querétaro, which is a city close to Mexico City.
Right.
And when I decided to study chiropractic, because my dad was a chiropractic patient, and since I was young, I was really into the health, but very natural.
Yes.
So I decided to study chiropractic, so I moved into Mexico City. Okay. Fortunately, by that time, the first university of chiropractic was open.
What was the name of that university?
UNEVE.
UNEVE, okay.
Yeah.
And what does that stand for, UNEVE?
Universidad Estatal del Valle de Catepec.
Okay, all right.
Actually, it's from the government.
Oh, okay.
So it's very cheap.
Oh, that's nice, huh?
Yeah.
So it's a government program.
It's a government program.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supported by the government. And right now we have 2 other universities. So as you can see, chiropractic in Mexico is growing.
Okay, so let's stop there. So you have UNEVE, right? And then what are the other 2 universities? Or you just have 2? UNEVE,
2 more.
UNEVE, and then what's the other?
UNEVET.
UNEVET.
Yes.
You add a T to the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Toluca?
It's in Toluca, right? Which is very close to Mexico City.
Okay.
And the other one is in Veracruz.
Oh, in Veracruz you have one,
Yeah.
huh? And what's the name of that one?
Universidad del Estado de Veracruz.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
so there's 3 chiropractic programs.
Yes.
Do you know the history of those, or who started each one of those programs?
Chiropractors.
Okay.
All our chiropractors in Mexico before studied outside. Most of them in the U.S.
Okay.
Right.
Here, so they were supporting chiropractic in Mexico for years until finally they could open the first school, which is UNEVE.
Okay.
But nobody helped them. No private schools helped them. So the only supporter was the government, because they started to see all the benefits in chiropractic. So they decided to open the chiropractic school in Mexico. And that's why it's from the government, because they support us.
I saw an interesting study that came out of Mexico a few years back, and I never heard anything else about it, but it was fascinating what they had done. And because it's a government program, they had made a deal with a hospital. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
Do you know? Could you tell us about it? What happened there?
Sure. When we finished our program, our chiropractic program, after 4 years, we have our social service for 1 year. So because it's a government institution, we were able to do our social service at hospitals.
So kind of like what we'd call an internship, right?
Exactly.
So,
our internship, we do it in the hospitals. So that's how we started to get to know more about chiropractic. So it was kind of hard at first because, of course, orthopedics were against us.
Traumatólogos, right? The traumatologists, right?
Orthopedistas, yeah.
So the orthopedic surgeons were not too happy that the chiropractors were coming in.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for the first generations, was very difficult for them to practice because they don't want us to, they didn't allow chiropractic, even though the directors were supporting,
Yeah.
they didn't care. So after a long time that they see the results with chiropractic, they start to accept more and more students of
Right.
chiropractic in many hospitals. So that's how it started to grow and to have like more deals with more hospitals.
And you know, that's amazing.
So-
That's what I find too when I explain chiropractic in my area of the world to medical doctors. Here's what their usual response is: I never knew that's what chiropractic was.
Right.
It makes sense. And sometimes those medical doctors become patients in my office, and they
Isn't
bring their
it
family in.
interesting?
And so
Exactly.
it's pretty wonderful. And then they start referring in because it takes a person to clearly communicate what chiropractic is,
Yeah.
and then it makes sense. Before, if they don't know what chiropractic is, that's the main reason why they're apprehensive against it, because I don't know, it's not familiar, so I'm not going to do anything with it. But once they start learning a little bit more about what chiropractors do and is,
Exactly.
then they're more accepted of it.
Yeah,
And that's important,
of course.
because
Yeah.
we're not against medicine in any way. We're
yeah.
in addition to, but we do something totally unique and separate from the medical profession.
Yeah, so
And-
that's what we're doing in Mexico. We spend a lot of time educating our patients so they can
Good.
really get to know the real message and the real importance of what chiropractic is and how we work, how we are not against medical field or other doctors.
And here's the thing. I want to follow up on this because this is fascinating.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you had seen this study. I think it was out of UNEVE or UNEVITE. I'm not sure which one it was, but because it's all government, right? They can control certain things, whether the
Yes.
medical doctors like it or not. They could say, "This is what we want to do." And what they were doing in this Mexican state was they were saying to people that were going to get operated on the low back, a disc problem or something, no, you can't have this operation until you try chiropractic first. Did you hear about this at all?
Yes.
You know this study? So, and what they found was that chiropractic was saving the state, because it's all socialized medicine, right?
Yeah.
It was saving the state of Mexico, whatever state that was, a lot of money, because people were not having to opt for surgery because they
Exactly.
were getting well under chiropractic care. Did you hear about that?
Exactly.
Isn't
yeah,
that
it was
amazing?
Great. Of course, it's great because you can save a lot of people. To the government is much more beneficial because they don't spend a lot of money in surgeons.
Yeah.
So it was hard because we have to demonstrate how we work, how we can give better results than many times with surgery. So after they really get to know what chiropractic is, how we work, they were able to allow us like not primary care, but kind of before surgeries, but not in all the states in Mexico.
Okay.
So we are trying to grow right now with the university in Veracruz.
Yeah.
Like more people is getting to know about chiropractic, and well, it's like in every country, you know, we have the good part of the government, but also we are very regulated, and in many instances we are not allowed to grow as much as we can, but we're trying our best.
And that's just it. When you are allowed to grow and you are allowed to expand, what we're seeing is real world dollars or pesos are being saved. I mean, that's
course.
and that is something that is of interest to governments around the world, because we are in a healthcare crisis internationally. I mean, in any country, the healthcare system is bankrupting them. So they're looking for new ways of doing things, because the old way is certainly not working and it's costing them a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was very exciting what came out of Mexico. So I hope to see more things like that. A research, department in those universities start to study this. It's interesting. I was having a conversation with Heidi Havoc, she's a chiropractic researcher out of New Zealand Chiropractic College, and she was saying that in every single research program that they run, every study that they do with chiropractic and chiropractic in the elbow, chiropractic in the hand, chiropractic in the foot, chiropractic in baseball, chiropractic in football, chiropractic in everything that they study, they see that people without chiropractic care their bodies do not perform as well as people under chiropractic care. And she was making a presentation, I believe, in a Scandinavian country, which I believe she has some heritage there, to a group of neurobiologists. These are people that study how the nervous system interacts. And one of the things that the neurobiologists said to her when they saw her studies, they said, my goodness, people with cancer, people with disease should be getting adjusted,
course.
shouldn't they? You
Yeah,
know?
of
And not
course.
because it's a cure for cancer, not because it's a cure for disease, but obviously you would want your body to be functioning at its highest level, especially if you're battling with some kind of disease process going on.
course.
And so that's very exciting what we're seeing in Mexico. It would
Right.
be awesome to see some more chiropractic research programs developing in Mexico, like
Yeah.
they have at New Zealand Chiropractic College and Sherman College, for example.
Yeah, the universities are working in research projects, but because we just started, like, chiropractic in Mexico is new,
Yeah.
so we don't have a lot of chiropractors, but they are really encouraging people chiropractors to get involved in research so we can have statistics and be on the records.
We're at the Global Summit, and we're on with our special guest, Dr. Adriana Tirado from Mexico. And we do have Aaron and his wife are on the show
Oh, good.
watching. So,
Hey, Aaron.
hello, guys.
Felicitaciones.
Nice. Excellent.
Congratulations.
So, Adrian, I think it would be awesome if you could maybe give some words to folks, maybe in Mexico, who might watch the show,
Sure.
about becoming a chiropractor, or what's it like for you from when you were not a chiropractor to you are now, and give some inspiration to them.
All right, so I'm here. It's the first time I'm in the IFCO, and I'm very excited because it's very important to refresh, to be congruent in your life, to really do what is our mission, to help, right? So I'm very excited, and
Who
I
were
know
some of
that I
your
will help.
influences in your life as a chiropractor who help you understand chiropractic a little bit better?
Well, when I started school, I was very fortunate because all my teachers, my chiropractic teachers, were DCs graduated from the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So we have a very strong philosophy. So
Good.
they
That's good to
really,
hear, huh?
because
Yeah.
they really encourage us to really know what real chiropractic is. So we have a strong philosophy, art, and science, and they are very worried that all the students have the same principles and philosophy.
Right.
So every year we have seminars that with international guests, with international mentors that come to Mexico, and not also give us about technique, also about philosophy, which is super important. And I hope that many of my colleagues hear this presentation and get to know what IFCO is, and really keep practicing what real chiropractic is.
Right.
So I would like to bring back to Mexico what I learned, because I'm sure it's going to be a great experience here, getting to know other people from other countries, experience, like having more experience about what's happening in other countries, so we can if not copy some things, but try to do things that in other countries are helping to spread the word, to spread chiropractic, and to really have strong bases.
And this is what's wonderful about chiropractic, because it's anyone in the world can practice chiropractic in the same manner. It's if you're strong with your philosophy and you are good with your communications, then you can practice literally anywhere in the world, even
Yes.
if you don't even speak the language. We have guests coming on the show later on who were from a different country in Australia. I'm thinking of Danny Constable,
Sure.
and he practices in Germany. Didn't speak the language. Liam is a perfect example. He didn't speak a word of Spanish before you went down to...
I knew two things. I knew to say, where is the food? ¿Dónde está la comida? And where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde
Right.
está el baño? I figured with those two I could
Now
survive.
you're
Of
one of the
course,
most
everywhere.
well-known chiropractors in South America on TV shows and radio, and so
Sure.
I just find that fascinating that you can literally practice with the tools that you learned
Exactly.
in the college that you graduated from anywhere.
Yeah, I think that if you have strong bases in what you are doing, what you're practicing,
Right.
you can really transmit to your patients, to your relatives, to all the people what real chiropractic is, right? So
Are you looking forward to this weekend?
of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it great just seeing all the different chiropractors and fellowshipping with them and just chit-chatting with them, and you get to talk with some of the very best chiropractors on the planet
Yeah.
at this event, because they're literally coming from all over the globe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really great experience, and I hope more Mexican colleagues
Yeah.
could come, so we can have a better unification of the chiropractic worldwide. And
I know we were in the Shane Walker presidential suite last night.
That's right.
We were there probably till like 2 in the morning, somewhere, maybe even later than that. I lost track of time. But we were just chit-chatting about chiropractic. And so it's amazing when you start just talking and how things grow and advance from just those chit-chats.
Exactly. And you get to know like what's happening in other countries, right? Because sometimes you get stuck in your country and or in your own practice and you don't see what's happening outside. So it's very important to come to get to know other people, other experiences.
Very true. And you know, Adriana, one of the things that I think many people around the world would like to know is a little bit more about what the climate of practicing chiropractic is in Mexico. What problems do you have as a chiropractor in Mexico? What challenges do you see? And what type of organizations are stepping up to meet those challenges or solve those problems that you're having? What are some of the issues that you have in Mexico right now that you'd like to see worked on, improved?
Well, at the same time that the government is supporting us, we are so regulated that they try to control everything.
Okay.
So we would like more participation of chiropractors, not only Mexicans but international, so we can have what the real program is. So we continue with strong bases, with the strong philosophy. So if we have the support of many international organizations, I think we could have a better program at school. And what we have also is that many people doesn't know when to go to the chiropractor.
Oh, okay.
So we have to educate many people, many patients, so they could get to know when they could go to the chiropractor, when to bring their mom and dad, their children, because it's something new in Mexico. So we have to spend a lot of time educating them so they could keep going or start going to a practice. We are not too many chiropractors in Mexico, so it's a difficult task to get to know more people, but we are getting there. So
you know that some people would look at that situation as it's not good, but if you look at it the opposite way, it's an opportunity for people to go,
to grow.
And here's what happens. The Global Summit, or even IFCO in general, we're really trying to help bring chiropractic to the areas of the world where it's underserved, and that's the idea. And Liam can probably mention or talk about this, expand on it. The Global Summits, wherever they went to, it helped chiropractic profession tremendously in those areas of the world. Peru and Scotland, I know all those places, in Dominican Republic last year.
Yeah.
It just helped light chiropractic on fire in those areas of the world. So maybe one time we can have it in Mexico too.
Of course, we will.
Yeah.
We would love to do that and grow.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly something that we have seen at the global summits. A lot of times when we go to these countries, we invite the press, you know, and we invite the media, we invite political characters, you know, to come, and they have an opportunity to see, because chiropractic is so new in so many of these countries, it helps them to visualize and to see that, oh, this is normal in advanced countries, you know, in other countries, and then that gives more credibility to the chiropractors that are on the ground in whatever country that we're in. So that's another benefit of having a summit, you know, in these different countries, and it's one of the things that we look at when we're choosing where to have the next global summit. We want to make the biggest impact, you know, for the time and effort that we're spending on setting it up. And so Mexico is certainly a place that I think should be strongly considered as a future candidate for
next year.
Yeah. Oh, okay, for next year.
Yeah,
We'll
why
get you on
not?
that committee.
All right, good. We'll have to get you talking to the rest of the committee there.
Yes. But also what IFCO helps out with is, in the political realm too, is creating the laws to help the countries understand a little bit more what chiropractic is and how it's beneficial for the people. And once we've already been working on some countries that passed laws already for chiropractic. I think Chris Kent was working on that one. He's excellent at writing those laws. I don't know how to write a law. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a lawyer, so he knows how to write those laws to make them active and easy for the countries to understand. And that's the type of folks that we need. Everybody's sort of has their we were talking about this with Peter Kevorkian the other day, pieces of the puzzle, fitting it together to create the whole puzzle.
Yes.
And IFCO-TV is one portion of that puzzle. The IFCO Global Summit is another one. And Liam Schubel is another piece of the puzzle. And so everybody's doing their part or their piece to create that whole puzzle. And you are one of them as well.
Yeah.
Coming on the show, sharing chiropractic, what you do, and just being in your office and sharing with all the families of your community. And that's how you're doing your part, your piece of the puzzle.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Mexico, we have organizations that are working on that, working on laws, trying very, very hard against many political issues
Right.
that they are trying to expand chiropractic, but it's been difficult because governmental issues are not easy, but we're trying hard since the opening of the first school in Mexico, which was a great advance after more than 30 years of trying to open a chiropractic school in Mexico. So we've been with these organizations for years, since the first generations of chiropractics started in Mexico. So with the help of course, more international organizations and the support of many other chiropractors, I'm sure that all these political things and political laws that we want in Mexico to be more accessible, so we could have better results in impacting more people, and for example in more hospitals, in the insurance matters. It's like another things.
We're on the show with Dr. Adriana Tirado. Just thank you so much for coming on the show
Thank you.
from Mexico. And now, before we end, can you just share with someone who might be from Mexico, a chiropractor, and wants to just chit chat with you a little bit? How can they contact you or reach you?
Okay, we have our Facebook fan
Okay.
page,
Good.
which is Centro Chiropractico del Valle, and I'm working with Aram Gomez, which is my partner. So we have our practice in Mexico City, but
Great.
we are open to talk with everybody from around the country if they want to contact us, or if they want to visit our practice. So do you want me to talk in Spanish to say something?
Yes,
Because-
Certainly, yeah.
How about that?
Go right
Yeah?
ahead, please.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Por
help
favor,
me with
ayúdanos.
I'm going to check the chat box.
Hola.
¿Algún mensaje para la gente de México que de repente tiene algún interés en saber más de ti? ¿Cómo pueden contactarte?
Estamos en México, DF.
Ujú.
Ahí tenemos nuestro consultorio, que es Centro Chiropractico del Valle.
Ah, correcto.
Y nos pueden buscar en Facebook, en nuestra fanpage. Y nos encantaría conocer a más quiroprácticos que quieran crecer, que quieran saber de cómo hemos empezado, cómo ha sido nuestra práctica, dónde estudiamos, etcétera.
Y hablando, digamos, a los estudiantes y de repente los doctores de quiropráctica ahí en México, ¿por qué es tan importante ser miembro del IFCO? ¿Cuál es el motivo que ellos deberían juntarse y ser miembro de esta organización mundial de la quiropráctica?
Tenemos que unificar la quiropráctica porque no solo es individual, no solo es México. Tenemos que tener los mismos objetivos y reglas y bases para poder crecer como profesión.
Correcto.
Para que México también, con el soporte de otros países, que sepan que tenemos muy buen nivel, que competimos con quiroprácticos internacionales, que podemos llegar a ser muy exitosos si somos miembros de instituciones, de organizaciones con las mismas bases y principios. Que realmente sepan que aquí en el IFCO tenemos, el objetivo es que crezca la quiropráctica, pero con bases sólidas, con lo que realmente es la quiropráctica.
Es cierto, México no está aislado del resto del mundo. Hay mucha gente alrededor del mundo, quiroprácticos y estudiantes quiroprácticos que están en su mismo equipo. O sea, todos tenemos que trabajar como equipo.
Exacto.
Y tenemos mucho más poder, tenemos mucho más eficaz, o sea, somos más eficaces de hacer muchos bienes para la gente, cambios. Entonces, la manera que ellos pueden contactar con el IFCO es www.ifcochiro, ¿cómo se
CHIRO.
.org.
.org.
Yep, and that's it. Entonces, y por favor, yo recomendaría, si está viendo este programa en su casa, utiliza los medios sociales para avisar a la gente que estos tipos de programas van saliendo. Ellos pueden ver nuestra página de YouTube y pueden ver los videos que tenemos ahí. La mayoría están en inglés, pero vamos a estar grabando poco a poco más información en español, porque
Perfecto.
poco a poco estamos conociendo más gente como usted que viene acá y tiene experiencia en quiropráctica y puede compartir lo que sabe con el resto del mundo.
Claro. Muchas gracias.
All right.
Excellent. All right. So now,
I have just
Oh,
one
go
question.
ahead.
One more question. How many chiropractors are practicing in Mexico right now, more or less, would you say? 100,
Like,
500,
no more.
1,000? How many do you think?
Like between 300 and 500.
3 and 500. Okay.
Wow.
And in the students, how many students would you say there are in Mexico in the 3 schools?
Right now, like 1,000.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, talk about potential, huh?
Yes.
And how many people live in Mexico?
Whoa, millions.
So we need more, right?
Yes.
We need a
More,
heck of a lot more
yes.
chiropractors. This is great. Wow.
We need a
So-
lot of more chiropractors.
So there's a bright future for chiropractic in Mexico. We just have to, it sounds like from what you were saying, we just have to get rid of that apathy. We have to get the doctors of chiropractic involved in their own success, right? Not just,
Exactly.
oh, I'm a doctor of chiropractic, here I work in my office and I don't talk to anybody else. The idea is, let's all work together, and together we can move things forward quicker.
Exactly, because many Mexican chiropractors, as you say,
Yeah.
they're like in their own office, and many students like they're the same way.
Yeah.
They don't want to go outside. So I want to tell them, don't be scared to belong and be a member of international organizations,
Mm-hmm.
because we are welcome and they are gonna support us.
Right.
And like just try to learn and talk with other international chiropractors, right? So I want to invite them all to come next year
Excellent.
to the
Awesome.
IFCO. I hope we could have a bigger Mexican crew here.
Están invitados todos los mexicanos en el mundo. Entonces, that's great. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Adriana. A pleasure to have you. Un
Thank
placer. And Dr. Frank, I hope your Spanish is improving as a result
It
of
is,
this.
just by sitting here. Subliminal. Yes. But,
Thank you.
We just confirmed some news that someone's going to be on the show later on.
Oh, goodness.
With Doc Phil McMaster. It's going to be Irene Gold.
Wow, that's
So-
exciting. And by the way, I just got confirmed. Dr. Edwin Cordero, El Presidente, is also going to show up. So
Oh.
he can make it now.
Oh,
So
okay,
this is
well,
going to be a jam-packed interview.
All right, it's going to be fun.
We've got some legends coming up,
Who do we have coming
some
up
more
next?
legends. So stay tuned. And again, get on the social media. Tell your friends that you are not alone. There are lots of us out here, and there's more every day. And we're taking over with love and with chiropractic.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yep.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome.